took it to your personal wasteland. Hopeless, causing pain, violent chemistry, oh, toxic enemy. Watching while I burn, hurting just because I care. Happy not your rest. Try to float along with the tide. I try, but we still seem to collide. I try to reset and override.
Hello, 'tis I, Jesse. I am alive once again this week, doing things. Wow. That's code for I don't feel good and I'm tired, so we're gonna play Risk of Rain because that's my easy go-to enjoyable game. So, get ready for some fun. I do wish that I wasn't tired all the time, but I'm glad this game exists to be able to make that a little bit easier for me. So let's get started, shall we? I'm also gonna like cough and make like gross, I don't know, throat sounds throughout this video, just because I can. No, I'm just kidding. I got a little bit of raspiness going on. So maybe I'm getting sick, or maybe it's just my body being like, yo, bitch, don't forget, we're here to make you suffer. Who knows? Could be both. But yeah, speaking of people suffering, happy Pride Month. I feel like every Pride Month, a similar thing occurs in which I'm reminded about how disgusting humans are and how terrible they'll treat their fellow humans, and it makes me sad. It feels so bad. I don't know. I just can't believe people can be so like bigoted and hateful still. You know, it's like 2022, like I don't know, does it hurt you in any way? No? Then just don't say anything. But, you know, I guess everyone's entitled to their opinion. It just doesn't mean I have to include them in the group that I hang out with. And Mari has made herself known to the world. I don't know if you guys heard that barking in the background. That's what I like to refer to as the Song of Mari. It's like she forgets that I live here, and so she'll be downstairs with Dean, and she'll be hanging out, and then like all of a sudden she's like, I hear someone upstairs, there's a stranger! And then she's like, Mother, it's you! Yeah. I guess she's just a little potato brain. It's fine though. She's my potato brain. But anyways, yeah, so every Pride Month, one of the servers I work on changes their profile picture to a Pride profile picture. Pretty straightforward, you know, it's not uncommon, lots of servers do it. And it's we always like, well, I always joke that it's the Great Pride Purge, because it's when like all the bigoted shitty people come out of like the woodwork and they're like, how dare you change the profile picture? Rainbows offend me. And it's just like, oh, okay, tell me more. I don't know, it's like the stupid people come out, because like some of the comments that I see are like absurd. Like there was this one guy I saw today, is just this guy being like, one guy posts, guy A posts, and he's like, I'm Christian, so I don't believe in being gay. It's wrong. And it's like, okay, nobody gives a shit. Like, don't don't come here to post your opinion when it's obvious that this place is someplace that supports, you know, LGBTQ plus. Like, it's not really the place for your opinion. It's you know, kind of a more of a shush and just keep it to yourself if you dislike it. But they post that, and another Christian says, well, I'm gay and I'm Christian, but like it doesn't mean I have to go and be a homophobe. And their response was like, I'm not a homo. And it was like, this person doesn't even know what a homophobe means. Like, they don't even understand. It's just like a sign that, like, a lot of the time, people who have opinions. I mean, anyone who has an opinion, there's a large chance that they could be completely uneducated on the topic and not actually understand things related to it, whether it be the terminology or like why, you know. So it's just always funny to me because it's a reminder that, like, I don't know, you can't be that hard on somebody who's just stupid or just doesn't know or uneducated. A lot of the time, especially with like the server that I'm on, it's just kids repeating what their parents have told them, not forming their own ideas and opinions. So it's difficult because, like, I feel like a lot of them haven't. Oh, hello. Yes, streamer falls off cliff wouldn't be the first time. I feel like a lot of them just haven't like gotten to the age where they start to like question their parents and their like parents' viewpoints on things. They're still like young enough that they're like, no, my parents are great. um, and like, yeah, they probably, you know, there are things about their parents that are probably great, but you know, there's other things that maybe they could form their own viewpoint on. But one day they'll get there, hopefully. And if not, you know, it's just another person for me to not hang out with, and like, you know, that just makes it so I don't have to dig through so much filth to find out like who's a good person. So it's cool with me, whatever. Let's see. I need more money. I've been sitting for like 2 seconds and my foot's already fallen asleep. It's like the worst. Mari, what? Why? Had me the next time you talk about filth. Stretch and hydration. I should stretch, actually. My foot hurts. Oh, I hate when your foot falls asleep. That feeling's like the worst. Oh, gosh. It's not even like my whole leg, it's just my foot. Also, make sure to drink water, people. Wake up, foot. Stop being a little bitch and wake up. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Oops. What button am I pressing? Let's get that. Let's go for the big one, and then we'll get the drone or the turret after. Maybe this will be a red item. What? How do I feel like whenever I stream, I get red items on the first level, and like I don't understand. Like when I play by myself without streaming, it doesn't happen. I wonder. You know what? That would be actually interesting if you make a game where it checks to see if a streaming software is running at the same time, and then adjusts the like ratios in which things appear to have better drop rates and things like that, so that people are more inclined to purchase and play the game. That'd be an interesting way to go through it. Take the hardest route. The hardest route where? Okay, I have enough to buy that turret to the end. Mhm. All the weird portals. Yeah, but if we get a purple portal, then like I die. Okay, we could do that. We can go through weird portals if we get any. It's true. You figured me out. I have no balls. Unless you, I guess ovaries are like sort of balls. They're just like a different kind. I mean, are they? They're like ball shaped, right? They're sort of like balls. Does that count? I think that counts. I'm gonna say it counts. I have balls. I figured it out. Haha. I am a genius. Oh, so let me tell you guys about my day. So I woke up this morning. Well, okay, so like I had told you guys that I had been trying this new medication for my migraines and it was making me very, very, very sleepy. Well, my doctor finally was like, I guess we should take you off of it then. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So she said to stop taking it, but I have to wait a week of not being on it before I can start taking my other previous nighttime medicine. So that means I've been having trouble sleeping, which means I'm still fucking tired. So like it's just like a different kind of sleep issue. I have trouble sleeping at night and I am very tired during the day. Oh yeah. They messaged me and asked me if I needed some things and I was like, no, why would I? No. When is that happening, by the way? Is it just a visit right now, or are they already like going in full force, like the whole move? Oh, I see. That would make sense of why they were asking me if I wanted that stuff, and I was like, what? Well, good luck. Do they have their own place, or are they gonna stay there? I think that's the real question, because if they move in, they're never moving out. It's the end. It's the end of the line. Ah, I see. So going in blind. We like a lack of plan here. Anyways, back to my story about my day. But so I couldn't sleep last night. Like I just could not fall asleep at all. And so I finally fell asleep really late, and then I woke up early, because Mari decided at like 5 a.m. that she needed to pee right then. When she normally wakes me up at 7, 6-ish, 7, because 6 is the time that I get up. So the second she hears my alarm go off, she's like, oh my god, mother's awake. I'm gonna scream like I'm dying. But, yeah. I didn't think you guys were trying to destroy another house. But I guess good for you guys, sure. But so, I got woken up super early, and then I had jujitsu. And jujitsu class was a little weird today because they were doing a seminar after the class. And like, I don't know, I had messaged the teacher last night to make sure the class was actually happening because of the seminar. They had canceled the classes that came after ours. And so the teacher was like, yeah, I'll see you there. And I was like, okay, I'll see you then. And then I woke up this morning not feeling good and I have cramps and I'm just cranky. And I was like, maybe you won't see me. But I decided to go anyways because I'm trying to be better about doing routines. It helps a lot with my depression, and so when I cancel and when I don't do things that I've said I'm going to do, it leads to me feeling more depressed. So like I'm trying to be better, but it's hard because I'm tired. um, and so I went to jujitsu. We had a short class, so it wasn't too bad, even though I was in pain the whole time. And afterwards, I know it's terrible. I wouldn't say on a diet. I've been in the process of like changing how I eat food, I guess. Changing like, I don't know, my life. I've been in the process of losing weight, and making changes to just like how I eat food and like what I eat and like stuff like that. I've been doing that for like a couple years now. I mean, I feel like people think it's like you blink and you're like, I've decided I'm only eating this, or I'm gonna be healthier, and you just become healthier magically. But like it's a process, okay? So it's taking time. So I've been working on it for a couple years now. Um, and so I I don't eat very many sweet foods anymore. It's pretty rare that we get sweets, I guess. Well, that I eat sweets. Dean eats a lot of sweets. He's not the healthiest person. Um, but I haven't been eating as much as I used to. Um, and so sometimes after jujitsu, we'll go to this cookie place called Crumble. I know it's owned by like bigoted Mormons and stuff, but like they sell cookies, like, and I want to eat cookies sometimes. Um, so yeah, I go there. But they have like a weekly cookie menu, so every week the menu changes, and the cookies that they have change. So this week they had like a no, I don't want to turn sticky keys on. Why would you go away? Jesus, sticky keys. I swear I've disabled it on every computer I've had, and it still somehow changes and is like, hey, me? Me? You talking about me? No, sticky keys. No one's talking to you. I don't remember where the portal was. I suck. Okay, I see the, yeah, okay, over here. Um, no, you get your weird sticky key thing out of here. Oh no, my favorite. But so, they had, like, these, like, donut-looking cookies. Cookie dough, and then, like, a lemon, cookie. Dean's, in the last couple years, learned about lemon flavor things and realized that it's, like, the best flavor in the world. I guess growing up, he never ate anything lemon flavored. And so, like, when I taught him about lemon, he was like, what is this beautiful thing? What is this? And now he can't get enough. So, like, he eats lemon everything. So, like, I was like, oh, I can get Dean some. We both really like cookie dough, and then the donut ones just look really cute, so I get those too. So I stopped and bought some of those on the way home. I swear I'll turn them off again. I just need to remember to turn them off. Turn off the notification, the sticky keys notification. It'll die, I swear. It only happens like sometimes. I think it's when I like half press a button that it's like, me? Me? Did you say me? And I'm like, no. Anyways. And then, let's see, I went grocery shopping, which is always not fun. And then I came home. I forgot to get gas because, I don't know. I probably like blacked out when I looked at like a gas station. Gas is like $6 a gallon right now here. How much is it where you are, Hades? Happens when you hold certain keys down. Only the keys that I use. Oh. What? Your gas is cheaper than ours? How is that a thing? I feel like our gas should be the cheapest. Yeah, it's like It's too expensive. The other day I saw diesel was like $7, and I was like, glad I don't drive a truck. And then like, I don't know. It's like sometimes when I see those big trucks that are like assholes, that they like cut someone off and then they like rev their engine and like speed up and like shoot a bunch of diesel smoke everywhere. I see those guys and I'm like, hey, get fucked. You get what you deserve, you piece of shit. But then other times I'm like, oh, those poor crossroad truckers. So I don't know. I'm kind of indecisive about how I feel about the diesel prices. um, but yeah, and then I got home and we ate lunch. And I don't know. I sat down and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stream, and this was probably like 1 o'clock, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little exhausted, so I'm gonna sit for a little bit and just decompress because I've been doing a lot, and then I'll stream. And then I woke up at my desk like 10 minutes later, and I was like, my neck hurts. Why am I asleep? Why am I so tired? Oh, my body's betraying me. Because I guess like my body was just like, oh, you stopped moving for half a second? Time to die. And it tried to shut down. I don't know. It just like I hit like the exhaustion peak of like I can no longer function. I am going to pass out. And my body was like, goodbye, cruel world. See you on the flip side, bitch. But yeah, it's not great. I don't know. I feel like sometimes like I do okay, and then like all of a sudden I'm just completely drained. And it sucks. Does everyone experience that? Is that just a me thing? Am I the only one who's like burning out like hell? Like, are other people experiencing my pain? I feel like I'm not asking because I want people to relate to. It's more I want to know that other people are suffering. Please tell me that you are depressed and tired as well. Yes. Perfect. I get out of here with your young, like, never in discomfort body. Like, you're full of it. Nothing but lies. Oh, teddy bear. But yeah, so I was like very exhausted all of a sudden, and I was like, I don't know. I could nap. But like the problem is like because I had so much trouble falling asleep last night, I was like, if I take a nap, I'm gonna have the same goddamn problem tonight. You know? And then Mari's gonna freaking wake me up early, and I'm gonna be like, I want to end the whole world. So like I can't take a nap because then like it's just gonna make it worse. Have I stolen a bear from you? Oh, sorry, no, yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Well, then that wouldn't be payback because it would not help your cause. But anyways. But so I was like, oh no, my body wants to be dead, and I definitely don't want it to nap right now because I want to make sure I get sleep tonight. And so I was like, I'm gonna play something riveting that I enjoy playing. And so I'm trying to play a game, and I'm like, if I try to stream right now, I'm literally gonna like fall asleep. We're not the same person. I'm literally gonna fall asleep and like not be able to like talk to people. And those are always the worst streams, is when I'm like dead and then I feel bad because I feel like everyone's like, oh, Jesse hates us, or oh, Jesse doesn't want to be here, or oh, Jesse's a piece of shit. I don't know. But so like another like 20 minutes pass, and I was trying to play Final Fantasy and like do this duty, and I realized that like a bunch of time has passed on the duty, and I'm still just like standing in the same spot, or I guess it was a trust because it was using like the NPCs. Oh, I forgot that I have the credit card now, so I can just get all of these. Ha 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 ha. Credit card. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I had like not done anything and was just sitting there. And I was like falling asleep, and I don't know. I tried so hard to stay awake. I tried so hard to stay awake, and I just couldn't do it. And I was like, I have to take a nap, otherwise I'm gonna like pass out while walking. Like, I can't function. So I had to take a nap. I did like a 2.5 hour nap. So I probably won't sleep well tonight. I really enjoy Final Fantasy, so it doesn't bore me and make me sleepy or anything like that. So like, I don't have that problem. So I don't know what you're getting at there. But yeah, so I took a nap and I woke up and now I feel good to go. So here I am streaming. Yay, stream time! But I'm still a little exhausted brain-wise, so I was like, I don't want to like play a game that requires brain function. So I'll play a game that I can be a little bit like deader with. So here I am playing Risk of Rain. Yay! It's like my go-to mindless game. Oh, sorry. Hiccups killing me. I think I don't know, it's just like a game that I can play without trying really, really hard. Not like bragging. I mean, I'll still die. It's just, I guess I know the game so well, and it doesn't require like a storyline or anything that I can just kind of play it, you know? I'm sure you know what I'm saying. But yeah. So here I am. No portals yet. Oh, I forgot I should have tried to buy that mega drone. Oh well. So Hades, what are you doing for your birthday? I haven't said the date, so, you know. I honestly still haven't decided what to get you. I'm having a hard time. I asked Dean and he just stared at me. I was like, thanks for nothing. No, I'll end up getting you something, I'll just do it late. Be like 2 months after your birthday, you'll get it. Oh, I was like, what am I shooting at? You're not gonna say the date to people? Okay, I won't either, if that's what you want. The black lung has got me. Oh, speaking of weird things. Well, okay, let me explain my train of thought. I said Black Lung, which made me think of Iron Lung, which is a game that like is becoming popular right now. I think it's called Iron Lung. It's not really like my favorite. It's about a submarine. I don't know. It's an okay game. I feel like it's missing something, but I think it's just because there's not enough going on for me. Um, it's a little slow paced, and I'm like, meh, you know. But anyways, and then I was thinking about weird games. It's called Elden Ring. And I watched Markiplier's newest video about oh, let me see what it's called actually. Don't worry, no one can kill me. It's called Why is this game so highly rated? I would suggest watching it. It's actually really, really interesting. The game is really interesting. It's like a I don't know how to explain it. It feels like something I recognize and something brand new at the same time. Which is weird. Yeah, okay, I'll link you. I'll post the link. Maybe if I can remember how to use computers. I don't know if you can hear Mari in the background. She's like fighting Kismet to the death or something. But anyways, it's really weird. It's like a super weird game, which is fine. There is flashing in it, so like epileptic warning before you even watch it. But like I thought it was very interesting, and it seems like I think it's interesting because Mark's like, why is it so highly rated? But at the same time, it seems like he's like is truly enjoying the game. Like it's one of those games that you're almost like hooked on that you can't stop playing, but it's also like fucking weird, and you're like, why am I doing this? So I thought that was quite funny. It seems like a pretty cool, interesting game, all things considered. It feels like one of those games that has like a weird backstory. But I thought it was pretty interesting while I was watching him play it. I was gonna link it to Dean as well and make him watch it because I thought it was cool. But yeah, I watched it this morning. And I was like, this is interesting. I like the game is approaching things that like I don't know aren't really like done in games anymore. It has like this sort of old aesthetic value to it, but also still that new interestingness to it. Where's that little sucker? Yeah, I saw you over here. Which I enjoy. I like. I hear the sound of Mari causing trouble downstairs, and I wonder what she's doing. Who knows? Could be anything. But anyways, back to the topic of games. I don't know. I like seeing unique, interesting games that kind of like approach gameplay differently or like revisits an old way to play games, I guess you could say. I think it's it's like a nice niche thing that you can like do as a game dev that is appealing, but also different enough that people want it, I make sense for sure. I don't know. I feel like in the game world you have like certain types of games that are just copies of each other. Like they're just all the same game. Like, you know, I'm talking like Overwatch and Valorant. Then you think of like your Call of Duty sort of vibe. Like, you know, it's the ones that like you could have a bunch of different types of, or a bunch of different versions of the same game, and people will still play them because they're sort of like age-old games. They're you know, first-person shooters. They're always like that. They're dungeon crawlers. They're always like that. You know, there's puzzle games. They're always like that. There are like how many different versions of like Bejeweled, but they're all just Bejeweled. You know, like Tetris kind of thing. How new can you get with you know, age-old Tetris? So it has this sort of like, it's carved out its home in the world of games already. You know, it already has its place. It's well known, and it doesn't have to fight for space. And then you have smaller, unique games that are like one-offs that fit into a different category and do kind of have to fight for their space. Some of them aren't like a long-term thing. Some of them like get forgotten after their like initial like bout of popularity. And essentially they're just trying to find their foothold to where they can carve out that permanent recognizable status. Yeah, like Ratchet and Clank. But I think it's much more interesting to see the unique one-off games than to look at the ones that have been alive and surviving for a long time. Sorry, hiccups. Oh gosh. Hiccups, go away. I don't know, it's just the concept of like you have games that it's kind of almost easy to develop them because they're like the formula is there. You know what needs to be done. You know what the game's gonna do. You know what it's gonna involve. It may have a couple of new features, but for the most part, you know what it is. You know, the main difference will be like things like story or like the main character, how they look, stuff like that. But as far as like a base level, you know what the game is. But those unique indie dev games, those games are the ones that you're like, where are they going? What's the story gonna be? Like, how is this gonna change my view on things? How is this gonna like make things different? Because I think for me, in a long run, like a lot of people, I don't know, it's kind of like the difference between how me and Dean look at games when we go to make games. I feel like Dean's always very focused on what will sell and what will people play, what is going to be popular, what will people like. And I don't feel like I focus on that very much when I make games. And like, you know, that's a pro and a con in the same way as you know, his viewpoint's a pro and a con, you know? It's a pro because he's logical about like how he views you know, his gameplay, and like is realistic when it comes to like reducing extra things that aren't needed, and you know, cleaning up a game and making it a very playable experience, whereas my games are much more messy and difficult to understand. I guess you could say they're much more like specific, and I feel like you have to have experienced certain things to be able to like really connect with them, which is whatever. Like, I don't know, that's fine for me. You know, that's kind of how I want it to be. Like for me, games are more of an outlet to like show other people how I feel. It's almost more like a diary than it's an object for entertainment for me, I guess. which is just like our different viewpoints on making games. But I think that when it comes to looking outside of the box of like what you do in a game, like I don't see that as much as I'd like to. I feel like there's still too much of a focus on what's popular and what will sell. I mean, look at like all of the different like Freddy Fazbear like remakes sort of things, or like fan games, you know, or like similar but the same game but a different face. It's all animatronics. You stuck in a place. You're some security guard. Blah blah blah. You're trying not to die. It all kind of fits in the same sort of box. And I prefer games that don't fit in that box, or they fit in the box in a unique way. Like, they're not neatly in the box. There's, like, some sticking out here and some sticking out there, and it doesn't quite fit and doesn't quite make sense in that box. The box isn't made for it. It's, like, in a hat box when it's supposed to be, like, in a hexagon box, Like, weird shit like that. And sorry, I'm trying to get enough money to buy this giant chest, but there aren't enough monsters. But like that sort of puts it on a different level from like, I guess, the obvious approach is what I'd like to call it. And I like that. Like, I enjoy that in games. That sort of differentness. And so the game that he played, I can't remember what it was called, but it had that. I can't remember which game it was, so no, I didn't look for it. I completely forgot, like probably after I said it, so like I don't remember which game it was. The game that I made. Did I explain like what it was about or anything? I don't remember. I think that's the other thing is like I also don't necessarily like have the goal in mind to be successful when I make my games or to even really have anyone see them. Like a lot of the time it's just like a game that I make to like make myself feel better. I really liked it. What game did I make that I really liked? Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to think about it and I'll try to remember again. This exact conversation. I mean, I've made so many weird fucking games. I'm like trying to think of like what games. I mean, I've got the game that I made about the armless guy. That one was a good one. Yeah, that's true, because oh, that's the game that I was talking about? I don't know where that game is. I mean, I have screenshots of like the art from that game, but I cannot find the original game anymore. I think I have a video of me presenting it, but like I could never post it publicly for everyone else. Oh no, you know what? I remember there was supposed to be a video of me presenting it, and somebody didn't record it, so it's not actually there. I remember this. They recorded the next person who presented, though. It was great. Real great. That was my senior project. I don't know, I just think it's interesting, like, the difference of approach to certain games. And, like, they don't have to look perfect, because I think there's such, like, a stuck mindset on games looking beautiful. And, like, I love a beautiful game as much as the next person, but not every game needs to be beautiful. I think it's perfectly fine to have ugly games, grotesque games, boring art games where it's just squares and rectangles, you know? If you're able to get your point across, then that's what's important. like not the visuals or the you know the music scape or anything like that. But I guess it just depends on the person too. Like I'm not saying anyone's taste is specifically bad because they don't agree with me on this subject or anything like that. Because that's not my place to like make that decision for them. They're adults. They can decide what they like and what they don't. Um, but I do like to see that sort of differentness from people. Please don't cook me alive, sir. I would appreciate it if you would die, please. One thing I hate about these guys is if they take too long to die, they like torch you. Okay, thank God he was about to torch me. But yeah, I don't know. Games, man. There are so many amazing games in the world, and there are so many that are just like hidden gems, waiting for somebody to find them. It's like an adventure, you know? I like the crack that it makes when I break my legs after landing from too high of a fall. Whoops. There is another one behind me. These guys are like the cutest monsters. The last update, they came out with such cute monsters. I'm trying to think of other games that I've made. I don't know, I kind of want to work on a new one. But like, I don't know what topic I'd approach. Like what I would do it on, you know? Dean's been talking about working on a game at some point too. I don't work well with others, so I'm kind of an asshole when it comes to that. So I probably wouldn't make one with Dean, but I would make one by myself and then never show it to anyone because it's a piece of shit! No, but honestly, I don't know. Let's see, the last game I made was for a game jam. Right? I did it on stream. So maybe I'll do one for a game jam again. There was a game jam that I thought about doing recently. It was a mental health jam. Where your game was supposed to deal with like mental health topics and stuff. Seemed really interesting. I ended up being too busy to do it. Make a programmer simulator where they unknowingly build a game that they're playing in. I mean, you just described The Matrix. Have you, or the second Matrix movie? Did you see it? Or like not the second one, the newest Matrix movie. I recently saw it for the first time, and you've just described. Is basically where they like, I don't know, make believe the Matrix never happened, and Keanu is like stuck inside of a simulation, and he's a game developer who made the game The Matrix. I spoiled it! Oh no! Sucks to suck. But yeah, that's literally what you just described. So just go watch that instead. I don't know, I feel like maybe I'd make a game about being disappointed about your professional decisions in life. you know? Like your job choices, like you feel rushed and pressured to choose a career in high school when you're leaving to go to college and you choose one and then you feel like you're stuck in it because of the cost of student loans and debt looming over you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just describing myself. Forget that. No, but seriously, I feel like it's a topic that like people outside of the US don't understand quite as much. I've discussed it a couple times with like non-US residents. And their like confusion for how like our college system functions and like how we actually like do things exist. Like how does life work when things suck so bad? It feels bad. It's like I think like a lot of Americans don't realize that like non-Americans think that they can't come to the US because they're going to get shot. Like it's a legitimate thing. Yeah, randomly give them the decision to start an OnlyFans. I mean, honestly, power to everyone who has an OnlyFans and is making bank. Like, uh, I wish that I had a hot body that I could sell, and make money, but instead I am potato human. And no one would pay. They would probably ask me for money as payment for the emotional damage that they've experienced from seeing this. Actually, speaking of, I've been okay, so like I'll kind of like explain the whole thing because like it's kind of confusing without the whole background. So I know I've talked about my weight before and like some of my medical problems that make it difficult to lose weight and how frustrating it can be. Oh no, I got hit by a thing. Okay, I'm fine. Oh look, a raincoat. And like I've talked a little bit about like my journey with my weight that I've like I don't know. I eat healthy, I work out a lot. Like I still fat. Like some people like jacked kung fu women. I mean, true. But I'm not well, I'm like fat jacked cuz it's like I still got them rolls but also a buff. I can break your hand. But also I like donuts. That's the worst. That's like you're in a bar and you go over to like this little like fat girl in the corner and you're like you're stupid and ugly and she just turns around and destroys you but everyone's still like nah, not my type, not interested. uh she's real badass and cool but nah. Too fat. Anyways. I mean, I've been pretty open with like my weight and like my struggles with it, and I feel like lots of people struggle with it. So it's like, you know, it's definitely something that I feel self-conscious about to like a huge degree. But at the same time, like I know that other people feel the same way, so it makes more sense to just talk about it and like, I don't know, maybe they'll feel better because I'm talking about it. So, point is, I can't remember where the portal is. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the point, but that is an issue that I'm experiencing. Um, so I have tried a lot of things to lose weight, and I've worked with professionals to do it, not just like doing like juice cleanses or something. Like I've gone about the professional route. I've had personal trainers. Oh, I had a personal trainer for like 3 years. Eric was the best. He was amazing. Yeah, exactly. Got any cheese dip? I'm ready. Okay, should I go to the end or should I keep going? Aids, you decide. You are the portal master today. Um, But so I've done it. Um, I've done it the proper healthy way, I guess you could say, and I have not lost weight. I've gained muscle, which has resulted in me gaining weight, but I haven't lost any weight. And it's not for lack of trying, it's not because I'm lazy, it's not because I'm a shitty person who eats too much. Like, it's not any of those things. It's not because I'm eating unhealthy. It's literally my metabolism and my body because of the medical conditions I have. And so it's very difficult because it definitely feels a lot of the time like people look at me and think it's because I'm lazy and shitty. Yes, was your response to my or question. Um, should I continue? Or boss? But so I have been like researching. Follow your heart. Thanks. Thanks. I've been researching, or I had researched very, very heavily before I made any decisions, and all of my decisions were made with consultations with my doctor. And so I've been working towards doing a bariatric surgery for a number of reasons. Like, a lot of people are like, well, doesn't that just make it so you eat less? Yes, but it also kind of like resets your body's like recognition of like the hormone levels and like what it should be producing. So it does more than just like make you eat less. It kind of tricks your body to stop plateauing, and basically just makes it reset all of the expectations that it previously had, I guess you could say. And so it's more likely for it to properly produce the correct hormones and the correct like hunger hormones or whatever, like based on your what it should be versus what it's been doing. So like it's something that I have been working towards. And one of the things that I really didn't want to try was weight loss medications. For me, one of the problems with weight loss medications is that it's not a long-term solution a lot of the time. It's more of a temporary solution. Like the second you stop the weight loss medication, your body starts reproducing those hormones that it was, the medication was basically telling it not to do. And then it just, you get fat again. Like, you go back to where you were. Sorry. So it's like, it's not a real long-term solution in my opinion. It's a temporary solution. So I was pretty against doing any sort of weight loss medications because of that. I want a long-term solution that will work with my lifestyle and how I've been doing things. And so that means I want something that'll actually, solve my problems rather than just be a band-aid to cover them up. So I talked to my doctor about it. We've been working towards the bariatric surgery, but like it takes months and months to like get all that prepped and like do all this stuff for it and like actually get in, get it done and everything, get your insurance to approve it, like the whole 9 yards. It's like a big process. You have to see a bunch of doctors. They have to check and make sure you're healthy for it, or you're healthy enough to have the surgery, like the whole 9 yards. So I've been working on that, but like I said, it takes months. And so my doctor suggested that I try a weight loss medication in the interim while I'm working towards the bariatric surgery, because any weight that I lose now prior to the bariatric surgery will increase the probability that it'll be successful long term and that it'll be a quicker recovery period. So I agreed, even though I'm still kind of against the use of the medication, but at the same time, like, I understand the reasoning in my scenario and in scenarios like mine, where I'm not looking at it as a long-term solution to permanently resolve the issue in this case. I'm looking at it as a temporary solution to ease my recovery time when I do finally do the surgery. because I don't know. I'm like, on one hand, I feel like I'm being realistic about it, that I'm just like, it's not a magic pill that you could just take, you know? It's not a magic injection that you can just do and it fixes all your problems. Like, I know that it's not going to fix everything permanently. And then, you know, depending on the weight loss medication, there are lots of like side effects. So I was, you know, I was kind of like leery about it. I did a lot of research before making any decisions. But so we came to the conclusion that we'd use this specific weight loss medication. And I've been using it for a number of months, and I've lost like 25-ish pounds, 26-ish pounds, with no change to anything else. Which on one hand is like exciting, because you know, it's like finally, after the like 4 years that I've been working hard to lose weight, I am actually losing weight. But at the same time, it's kind of disappointing because it's not because of my efforts. Like, it's not because of the work that I put into it, it's just like a medication changing how my body reacts to things. And that's kind of sad. It even more like instills the idea to me that like weight isn't necessarily always something that's completely controllable by a person, because I think that's like a huge misconception, is that everyone thinks that like if you are overweight it's because you don't try hard enough, or you don't put enough effort in, or you're lazy, which is completely inaccurate. And so like it just kind of even more like makes that like a permanent like thing that'll never leave my brain, because like I've been working hard for years to lose weight, eating healthy, doing all the right exercises, doing everything I'm supposed to, and it hasn't happened. But I take this medication and magically the weight just falls off. Like, that feels like a slap in the face. Like, it feels like I should be happy about this, but I'm just angry. You know? Which is kind of stupid, but it's fine. It's how I feel. It's whatever. Oh, the box. Oh, antlers. Yeah, horns. But so the other thing is I don't really like being reliant on medications. Like, I've had this issue with another medication that I take for my acid reflux, that I don't like the fact that I'm basically gonna have to take it forever. I would prefer like an actual solution to my problems, but like, you know, it's sometimes the solution is medication. But so like I just don't like being reliant on medication. It can bring up a lot of anxiety when it comes to like doctors forgetting to send in a refill prescription, or your insurance causing issues with your refill, and you not being able to get that medication, and knowing that you're going to experience some form of discomfort or like physical reaction to the lack of that medication. That's scary to me. You know, I can't imagine like somebody with diabetes like having their insulin like delayed because of insurance issues, and them not being able to get the medication that like could save their life. You know, like even like things like EpiPens, like the idea that like the insurance fighting with it, or like a mistake on your doctor's part, or your doctor delaying it, could cause you to lose your life, is like absolutely terrifying to me. I mean, like, there are some doctors that like you'll ask for a refill and they'll be like, oh, I won't refill your prescription until you see me for an appointment, because it's been however long since you've seen me for an appointment. And it's like, this is a maintenance prescription. Like, it's not something that changes the dosage regularly, so like there's no reason you need to see me for this one. Like, just refill the fucking prescription and I'll set up the appointment and I'll see you, but like I need the prescription first. You know? Because like the thing is like I don't think that people refill the prescriptions ahead of time, okay? Your insurance doesn't fucking allow it. Like, you pick up the prescription for the first time. You take the prescription. You know, you have that prescription for 30 days, whatever. After that 30 days, the prescription's empty and you need to pick up a new prescription. A lot of the time, the insurance will not allow you to pick up the prescription until it's been 30 days since you last picked it up. Okay, well now I have none left and I need it today. you know? So they won't even like fill it. And then they go to fill it and they're like, oh, there's an issue with your insurance. Your insurance has decided not to cover it for whatever reason. I've been having that issue with my my reflux medication, that my insurance has just decided all of a sudden that they don't think I should be taking 2 pills. They only think I should be taking 1, and so they won't let me fill it. I've been taking 2 pills for over 10 years. Like, not over 10 years. It's been probably like 7, 8 years, but you know. Yeah. Well, that's the point that I'm getting to. Is like, once your doctor prescribes it, it's like, okay, you can get it without insurance, but then you're looking at this obscene cost. The cost of my prescription without insurance from my regular pharmacy is literally $600 for a reflux medication. And like, what people don't understand is like, that's a medication that I need like drastically, and if I don't take it, like I could die. Because I think people think of like it as a small issue. Like reflux, everyone gets it. No, this is like a severe reflux that like constantly is causing damage to my throat. Which is why I sound this beautiful. Yes. But then like you go to places in other countries and their prescription costs are much less because they don't allow drug companies to charge obscene amounts. But in the US, they're like, free for all, baby, charge as much as you want. And it's just crazy to me. But the point that I'm getting to actually relates to prescriptions. So I did end up getting this weight loss medication. I take it once a week. It's an injection. It doesn't feel great. I don't like doing it. Dean actually has to do the injection because I'm a little bitch and I'm too scared. I get like really freaked out and I pass out. So Dean does it for me because he's a strong, independent female and he don't need no man. Whereas I, on the other hand, I need man. Really anyone who wants to stab me with a needle would do. But he's the one closest. But anyways. But so I had a doctor's appointment to just get checked, like a regular checkup on the medications and make sure everything's still going well with my endocrinologist on like Thursday. And while I was there, I like had to like interrogate him about the medication because on Wednesday night I was laying in bed, I was like playing on my phone, and an article was suggested to me related to this medication that I take. And the article was basically, TikTok is making it so diabetics can't get their medication. And I was like, what? What's this? So I read the article. So this particular medication is interesting because it's the way that medications work is that they'll have a name depending on like what it's for sometimes. And so this medication, the actual type of medication it is, has 2 names. It has a name for a version that is used to treat diabetes, and it has a name for a version that's used for weight loss. They are the exact same medication. However, they go under different names for insurance purposes and so people can, I don't know, be stupid. We like to call things different names so we can make life difficult for everyone. And so it's the same medication. It's the exact same medication, but it's got 2 uses basically, and it's got 2 names. One use again is diabetes, and one use is weight loss. It's actually one of the side effects for diabetics is that it can cause weight loss. So like, it works. And that's how a lot of medications get, figured out, is that like people find out that it's a side effect that this happens, and they're like, oh, well, this can help people with that actual issue. And then, bada boom, bada bing, you got a medication. point is so its main use was originally for diabetics, and its secondary use, based on research and trials, is for weight loss. Now, the problem is that insurance is shit. Okay. They the problem. Fucking, how do I explain this? The problem with weight issues is that both insurance and healthcare providers treat it like it's a choice. Like it's a decision on behalf of the person. Like they have woken up one morning and said, you know what, I want to be unhealthy and fat. Let me eat a lot and just binge and be a piece of shit. But like that's not how it works. Like there's cause and effect for these things. And it's not like somebody's literally like waking up and saying, ah, yes, I would like to be a burden to the healthcare system by eating myself to death. It's not like that. Like I feel like that's what people think it is, and that's just stupid. You're stupid if you think that. I'm sorry. I don't like you. You're stupid. Get out of my chat. You know, like it's dumb. And so a lot of insurances do not cover weight loss medications. They consider it a vanity medication. I like hate saying that because it like literally like disgusts me on a personal level that like they are essentially calling you vain because you want to lose weight. I don't know. Like literally people are shit on constantly about their weight, but then you try to lose weight and your insurance is like, "No, you're vain. How dare you?" It's just a vanity product for your like cosmetic interest, like your visual representation. It's not like health related. Like what? Like how can you even joke like that? How? How? Like what the actual fuck? It's disgusting. Like honestly. And so a lot of insurances do not cover any medications that are listed as weight loss medications. So doctors that work in weight loss facilities, so facilities that are specifically to help people who have weight issues, who are understanding that it's not a choice, that it's not a decision you made purposefully. The people who like are realistic and like very nice and understanding regarding your issues, who treat you like an actual fucking person. They want you to get help. They want you to feel better. And so a lot of the times, since they can't put it in as a weight loss medication, they'll put it in as a diabetes medication and see if your insurance covers it. And so you are officially prescribed the diabetes version of it, even though you're taking it for weight loss. Do I think medical providers are wrong for doing this? Honestly, no. I think they're great people for doing that, for going the extra, above and beyond for their clients because they know that they need somebody to be on their side. Anyone to back them up and help them with their problems. Because, the thing that they're paying for won't. So the least that can happen is their doctor can. The person who's supposed to be there helping them. And so like I greatly appreciate the fact that doctors do it. I feel like I would be more upset if I went to a doctor that didn't do it. It kind of lands in the same realm that like some doctors' offices, it will have only like one provider covered by an insurance company. And so they'll just mark that you saw that provider even though you saw a different provider so that you don't get charged. It doesn't change their payment. It doesn't change how their system like functions and stuff. They still get their money in the end, but they're not fucking you at the same time. So what harm does it really do? In my eyes, none. You still get what you need. They still get paid. We still get like what we need. that's what should matter the most. In the end, you're there to help someone. But that creates problems in itself. And like it's hard because I don't, like I said, I am on the side of the doctors who do this. And I think that these medications should be more readily available if people want to go that route. Similar to the route that I'm going, that they're using it as a stepping stone to get towards something else. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Dean brought me food. He made dinner like a wonderful husband. Because he's great. But anyways. But yeah, it's... Let me yell it to him 1 second. I don't know if he heard me. He probably put headphones on the second he got downstairs. I did yell it though, just so you know. But anyways, I have strong opinions on it. Essentially, if somebody wants to utilize medication to help them lose weight for whatever reason, whether it's just getting started so they can start to see a difference and it makes them feel more like geared towards doing it, if it's just so that they can, be able to have enough energy to actually like work out, whatever. Like if they want to utilize that path to lose weight, and they're trying to take those steps, then who the hell am I to tell them that they're not allowed? Who the hell am I to like say that they don't deserve it because they're just trying to look good? Like, fuck that. Like, fuck those insurance companies. Fuck those providers that fight that. Like, fuck you. Like, honestly, like, you're awful. Take that. And so, hello, sir. You seem angry. Oh, he's dead. Where's the portal? There it is. But so, I was reading this article and it was basically complaining because TikTokers have been recording their journey with weight loss, utilizing this medication, and they have described how they have gotten the medication prescribed as a diabetes medication versus a weight loss medication. And so they're getting one specific name brand instead of another name brand, which in turn is creating a shortage for actual diabetics who need that medication. It's difficult because it kind of now lands in a realm of like who needs it more, who's more important almost. Which medical problem is more important? So, for the people trying to lose weight, if they can't fill their prescription, likelihood is they'll start gaining the weight back. That can lead to a number of additional side effects, leading as terrible as death, Diabetics, obviously, same freaking thing. Them not getting their medication can lead to death as well. But the problem is that like when it comes to weight loss medications leading to death, a lot more of them are likely related to like suicide or like an existing medical condition that was just exacerbated by their weight, versus like it being the actual medication or like not having the actual medication causing it. So people don't see it in the same way. Celestial portal leads to a death, so I'm gonna go a little bit further. But so like people view it in a different way. So it's just these fat people are stealing diabetics' medication, which obviously sounds terrible. Why would they do that? But like the like whole picture is not there. And I think that's like a huge problem, is like you can't just be like, oh, they're not like they're stealing this medication from people who need it. Like, that's not what's happening. It's literally like much bigger than that, you know? And on top of it, it's not it's not an individual person's fault that a medication is not being produced enough, or an item is not being produced enough. It's like the issues with baby formula right now. You cannot blame a baby for the issues with baby formula. Oh, your toddler is slightly older than my baby, so they don't deserve formula because my baby needs it because it's a baby and babies get formula. No, nobody fucking argues that. Like, who is the piece of shit that would argue that? And like, I think people are just so blinded by their bias that they don't realize how they're being sometimes. Stop giving me nothing. Give me something of value. That was not valuable. Thank you. I might take that at the end of the level. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Yes, give me your backpack. Nice. Thank you, scavenger. But anyways, so I was concerned because I had some weird feelings about it. I don't know. I would never tell somebody taking this medication for weight loss that they should stop taking it. But I definitely still felt like I should stop taking it because it was wrong of me to take it from somebody else. You know? But at the same time, like, I'm not the factory that's producing it. I'm not the company that's making millions of dollars off of this medication. I'm not any of those. I'm just an individual person who's just trying to get by and survive. And like, if I need this medication, if I see this as a medication that I need, then, you know, I should be able to get it as long as it's properly prescribed by my doctor, you know? And nobody should be able to say, you know, I don't feel like you should have that medication. Especially not your insurance. Like, they're not your doctor. You know? You're not going to see them every couple weeks to talk about, like, your joint pain or your issues with depression because of how you feel about yourself, you know? You're not going to them to talk about how, like, I don't know, you feel sick constantly because you actually don't eat that much and like people still like call you fat and disgusting and you feel like disgusted by yourself to the point of like hating every part of you. Like, you don't talk to your insurance about those things, you talk to your doctor about those things. Your insurance has no idea. They don't know you as a person. You're a number to them. You're money to them. So like, why should they get to make decisions on my medical well-being? I don't know. It's something that I have a lot of issues with in the United States and how we handle it. I think it's absurd that we can essentially let people die because of issues with insurance, them not having insurance, just the costs of medical care. Like, I can't believe a person's life isn't worth enough, you know? Like, how much is a person worth? Like, what is the dollar value of my life? I don't know. You could argue it's like, some people are like, oh, well, how important are they to society? Like, how much do they, like, help the world? Like, it has nothing to do with that. Like, they could be a complete bum, they could be a drug addict on the street corner, and I still would believe that they should get proper medical care. you know? It's, I don't know. It's such a weird argument to try to like validate yourself versus somebody else. Like, and say that, you know, you deserve more than them. I think everyone deserves it, you know? I think it's crazy that like rich people can just like call a doctor and they show up. Like, have you ever thought about that? They could just make a call and the doctor will come to their house and help them. And then their prescriptions are like delivered to them. Whereas I have to take a day off of work. I lose a full day of income. And I may lose my job for taking time off. You know? Like, I don't know. And then on top of it, I have to drive there. Most of the time I can't get like an appointment right away, so I have to wait like 2 weeks to get into an appointment. So it's like I'm sick right now, but I have to just lay in bed and die for 2 weeks until I can actually get into the appointment because they won't see me for 2 weeks. Like, person's life is worth 163 million. I don't know, it doesn't feel like enough to me. Yeah, but you don't count Hades, you like work in a hospital. I don't know, I think it's crazy. But at the same time, I know that a large part of it is because of like, we just don't have the resources. But why don't we have the resources? You know? It's all just like a chain reaction. It all just flows downhill. Like, you know, it all has these links and connections to other issues within the United States. You know, how much are medical care providers being paid? Is it enough based on like the work that they're doing? Are there enough doctors in hospitals? No. Everywhere is understaffed. So they're working obscene hours and they're killing themselves for us. And then they can't even actually help us. Hades, if you have cute doctors and nurses running to you, then why don't you have a significant other yet? I'm still waiting. Plus, you're not supposed to push the stroke button unless you're actually having a stroke. I think. Got him! Feels bad, huh? Anyways. But yeah, I don't know. I have like strong feelings about it, but I was very worried because I didn't want to be an asshole who was stealing medication from diabetics. Like, yes, I am feeling so much better after losing that weight. Like, my joint pain is reduced, like, my mental health is doing better, like, I feel better. Yes, I'm still exhausted all the time. Yes, I'm still having issues with my other medical problems, but like, it's one less thing, you know? It's just one less thing to worry about. I still hate the way that I look and feel like really stressed when people like make eye contact with me, but like, I feel like my anxiety is reduced than like what it was. So it's like, I don't know, it's helping. It's making me feel better, but is that worth like harming another person? I don't know. That's a difficult thing for me because I never want to hurt another person. Oh boy. And like, so I talked with my doctor about it, and he said that he hasn't heard much about the shortages in our area in the U.S. That there is an issue in like Australia with some shortages, and that a lot of it has to do with the other medication too, the actual weight loss branded one. I guess they're made by different companies even though they're the exact same medication, they're sold by different companies. They're manufactured by different people. I don't know, something like that. My doctor explained it. I'm not a genius. I don't know these things. I forgot already. But you can research it more if you're interested. I mean, if you search TikTok and weight loss medication, I'm sure it'll come up. You know what you need to do? You need to get those swipey apps, and then you just swipe on people, and then if they swipe you back, then you know that they're interested. You know? And then there's no questions asked. You can just approach. And if they don't swipe you, then you never have to know. Done. I've solved all of your relationship issues. Done. $10, please. I know I'm cheap. I'm a cheap doctor. It's fine. But anyways, point is my doctor and me talked about it for a long while, but like, I don't know. It's I'm glad that TikTok is bringing awareness to it. In the idea that like the discussion around weight loss and like the difficulties and stuff. I just hope that I don't know much about it directly because I haven't actually looked at any of the TikTokers like tracking their journey or anything. So I don't know if it's like skinny girls being like, look, I got even skinnier using this medication, or if it's like people who like actually needed it or wanted to utilize it based on doctors' recommendations utilizing it. But I do hope that they're doing it properly and with medical interested in hookups, gross. Blah. I mean, if you put on your profile that you're interested in an actual long-term relationship, you should like get rid of all the hookup ones. Just saying. But anyways, but like, I don't know. I just hope they're doing it in the proper way and telling people to go the correct channels to get assistance with these sorts of medications and doctor prescriptions. But also I can't judge based on articles because I don't believe anything. No, I'm just kidding. I prefer to do additional research because I think that sometimes when it comes to things like TikTok specifically, news outlets tend to look at the younger generation in a specific light and try to portray them in a negative way for God knows what reason. But so it makes it more difficult to like tell if these articles are just them being biased about their opinions on, you know, Gen Zs, or if it's realistically that they're you know, approaching this in a negative way. But I don't know. One day I'll look into it. But yeah, long story short, make sure you talk to your doctor about medications and prescriptions, and you find what's right for you and your needs. Because weight loss medication's not for everyone. It doesn't magically fix your problems. It's just kind of a helper to help get you started, in my opinion. So I think if they're touting it as like a miracle drug of like magically making you skinny and like that's all it takes, like that's not how it works. But you know, if they're treating it as realistically like medication that could assist you in your process, like that's definitely something that can help a lot of people along the way. Yeah, science. Yeah, money. I'm rich. I'm so rich. Just wait, everything's so expensive now. I'm just gonna get poor real quick. Oops, I gave it to the credit card. Oh. I thought it was the ones that shoot fire. It was not the ones that shoot fire. It was an equipment drone. Incinerator drone, those are the ones that shoot fire. I know the names of things. But anyways, I do hope that the like stigma around weight and weight loss goes away. I wish there was more understanding about it not being a choice. I think that's like the biggest thing for me, is that I feel like people just, I don't know, even people who like suffer from like struggles of weight loss, like they still almost treat it as if it's a choice sometimes. You know? And like you don't have to be obese to struggle with weight. Everyone struggles with weight to some degree, in my opinion, at some point in their life. Whether it being underweight or overweight, you know, people experience issues. Let's see. Was it this level that I found? Sure, that works. That wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for the other one. I think it was the other level I was at. Whoops. Hey. Gold. Oh, there's the thing I'm looking for. Wanted to see what was in here. Nothing that I want. Yay! Okay, where's the portal? There it is. No, 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 that's the thing that kills me. Yeah, I killed him. Yeah, they gave me a egg. Egg gang! Yeah, eggs! I actually thought about buying eggs when I went to the store, but I didn't. I was gonna make egg salad. But then I didn't. Sucks to suck. I don't know, I feel like I have a problem when I go to the store that it's like either I'm like starved, where I just like want to buy like a bunch of random shit, or I like am not hungry at all and I'm like, what do I eat? What is food? Can't win. Die. Yeah, I do want to hear the horribly amazing pickup line, sure. I'll use it on Dean later. Little tappy tap toes. Oops, I forgot I didn't have the credit card anymore, so I didn't look at what the other thing in there was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll definitely use that one on Dean. That's good. That's good. Dean's gonna love it. I keep jokingly threatening to buy a strap-on, and Dean gets scared. So when he makes me mad, I just threaten him. This will fit perfectly with that. Yeah, kill the thing. Oh no, there was one behind me. Tricked me. You're fine. You're an adult now. How old are you gonna be turning? Old? One day somebody will teach you about pegging. I thought it was funny. Can I get up there? I mean, if you're gonna be hanging out with nurses, I mean, you should know. You should know. I like that. He was trying to do like a jump so he could spot me. That's funny. Hey, little guy. Goodbye. I think I only need one more. Oops, I missed. Man, this one do be slow. Oof. I'm gonna try to remember to actually stream tomorrow, by the way, guys. I know I didn't stream last Sunday because I'm garbage, but you know, it's fine. I streamed on Monday. Yeah, I did. I actually want to go to the other side and see if there's any items over there that I can possibly get. Okay, no, I couldn't remember if there was more like red item pots over here. Hello. I do have the window open for that game. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Still one of my Chrome tabs. How long is the game? Let me see. I mean, it's a 48-hour game, so it can't be too long, right? Right? I'll try to remember to download it today, and maybe I'll play it tomorrow. Wake up, big boy! It's time for me to die! Once he takes my items, I'm fucked! But we'll see if we even get there. I suck at games, so I don't know. Haha, I hit him with it. I like never hit anything with that. Yes, tie him up. Yes. He hammered at me. He needs to die a little quicker, please. Shit. Just be dead, please. Oh, thank you. Bye, little guy. Then okay, play the first 10 minutes and then I need to beat it 2 more times? What? Why? Seems excessive. How long is the game? Like, how long does it take to play? Is it like a whole stream game, or would I have to play other games at the same, like, afterwards? Sir, you're too high up. Thank you. Oh, I see the real game's the second playthrough? Okay. I can vibe with that. Almost got me, bitch. Oh no, you're doing that. That always gets me. You hit me once. Okay. Fuck, I hit the button too soon. I did E to repair the drones. Yeah, bitch, get wrecked. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Take that. Where am I? Yeah, take that. Yeah, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna win. 1 to 3 hours depending on the person. Okay, so it'll probably take me 3 hours, so I can do one stream with that. Wow, there's a lot of them this time. I feel like there's not normally this many. Yeah, get fucked. Yeah, bitches! We did it! Well, I have some other short games I could play afterwards if it's short enough. Wait, what? Yeah, we did it! That was it, guys. That was my stream. That's all, folks. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your first chat too. Appreciate it. Glad to see somebody new popping in. Sorry, it's ended. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Like Hades requested, I'll be trying to play that game that he said that I forgot the name already. The Baby in Yellow. So we'll see how fun that is. I'm sure it'll be great. So until then, I wish you all a great day. And I love you guys. Bye.